America great again.
What kind of a country do we want to have?
The truth of my life disproves their lie.
I think climate change is real.
We need to be able to have that policy debate.
The economy will be a big topic of conversation during the first debate of the GOP primary season.
Cut waste, fraud, and abuse everywhere that we can find it, and there's plenty of it.
Former President Donald Trump is a bit of an enigma when it comes to spending and debt. A large chunk of the coronavirus stimulus that Republicans have hit Biden for came while he was in office. Perhaps the most consequential policy package to come out during the Trump presidency was the 2017 Tax Cuts and Jobs Act. The bill slashed the corporate tax rate to 21% and initiated a wide range of changes to individual taxes. Trump has urged the GOP to leave Medicare and Social Security alone.
Under no circumstances should Republicans vote to cut a single penny from Medicare or Social Security to help pay for Joe Biden's reckless spending spree.
Florida Governor Ron DeSantis has sought to paint himself as a conservative purist on spending and deficits, contrasting Trump's presidency with his time leading Florida.
We will declare our economic independence from the Chinese Communist Party.
DeSantis released what he dubbed the Declaration of Economic Independence for his campaign for president. DeSantis was a major critic of the McCarthy-Biden debt limit agreement. He said the deal didn't go far enough to solve the country's fiscal dilemma.
We were going bankrupt before that debt deal, and we are still going bankrupt after that debt deal.
Unlike Trump, DeSantis is open to enacting changes to the Social Security and Medicare programs, although he has said any changes would not affect seniors.
For able-bodied adults, there should be work requirements for all welfare programs.
Senator Tim Scott has also cast himself as a fiscal conservative. He bashed the pandemic-era spending by the Biden administration as a Trojan horse legislation. Scott, who supports a balanced budget amendment, was critical about the debt limit agreement crafted by McCarthy.
Kevin McCarthy had an incredible task ahead of him. He had to negotiate with someone who said they did not want to negotiate. The biggest detail for me is the fact that Joe Biden, who we cannot trust on spending, has an unlimited credit card until the end of his term.
Former South Carolina Governor Nikki Haley, who has also served as Trump's ambassador to the United Nations, has also emphasized the need for federal government to get its spending under control and rein in the deficit. She has blamed both parties for spending so much. She has vowed to veto any legislation that doesn't guide the U.S. back to pre-pandemic spending levels and wants to claw back federal pandemic funding that hasn't already been spent. Vivek Ramaswamy has advocated for ways to boost GDP growth, something he contends will help alleviate some of the country's fiscal woes. He advocates for a third way to put the U.S. back on track that isn't the binary between raising taxes, which Democrats generally prefer, and slashing funding like entitlements, which Republicans generally prefer. He thinks more GDP growth can be unleashed by unlocking increased U.S. energy production, reforming the Federal Reserve, and cracking down on the administrative state.